What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Welcome back into JC's Pop Culture, where you can see all kinds of pop culture content with me, JC. But today we're here to continue our College Football 25 Dynasty series with a recap of year two. If you haven't had a chance to go back and watch year one, go back, check that out. I'll put a card for it right here in the video so you can go watch that if you haven't already. You can see me recruit some of these great freshmen and great transfer players that I get to use here in year two, still as the offensive coordinator at Jacksonville State, but now in the ACC. With no further ado, let's check it out. Year two of the College Football 25 Dynasty Series, the journey of Coach JC here on JC's Pop Culture. Enjoy. All right, as we begin year two here, I'm kind of explaining here at the beginning that I wasn't going to be doing any recruiting this time, since I knew I was bouncing out of Jacksonville State after this second season, taking my first head coaching job. So figured this one would move a little bit quicker, so the length of the video should be a little bit shorter as well to go along with that. But as we dive in, I did want to preview kind of the roster now that I've added some of those freshman recruits that you saw in year one. We did want to take a look at the depth chart here, at least at the skill positions, since I'm playing only offense now as the offensive coordinator. And you see Brett Whitehair, the QB we added there, is going to be our starting QB, the freshman. We also have the freshman, redshirt freshman running back Jeremiah Colbert, transferred from wide receiver over to halfback. Great training results, 98 speed, 98 acceleration. We moved Paul to fullback. And then, of course, at wide receiver, we have Petway and Lacey returning for their senior years, with the addition of Vic, the other freshman that I added to this class. As we get into the start of the week here, we will take on Florida on the road. I thought it was in Gainesville originally, but actually would find out once we hop into the game, it was one of the kickoff games here. So I actually played at a neutral site, which is a lot of fun to see. It's my first experience playing one of these kickoff games. So we're going to jump right in here to the game against Florida as we take on them in a top 10 matchup to begin the season. As you see the Gator there celebrating the mascot there at the beginning for the Gators, trying to get things kicked off, get them motivated. As you see Jacksonville State coming out the tunnel, our cheerleaders cheering us on, and we're ready for this kickoff game. You can see some of the branding of the kickoff game around the stadium. Pretty cool look, and I was excited to get to play in one of these for the first time as our team makes it onto the field. Here we're playing in Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta there. The fans doing the Gator Chomp as well for the Aflac kickoff game. And we would start things off here with the touch pass to Petway. Of course, he was our playmaker last year. We may as well start off this year with him making plays. After being down early, here we are in the second quarter, still the same drive. We pitch it out to Petway again. He puts us in the red zone as we're looking to try and tie this up against Florida. Right. 7-0 game. Here we are, 10 seconds left. Whitehair, first career touchdown for that man. Yeah, do your little dance right there, Whitehair. His first career touchdown, and it would be the first of many this season, as he would be a good true freshman quarterback for me throughout this second year. Here we are into the third quarter now in the second half. Whitehair on a QB power play makes a great cut in, great cut out, and has the speed to get enough there to move a little bit there, but would have a little bit of wear and tear after this first half, so we would go back to our guy Smooty like we did sometimes last season. Damn it. Pick six on Smoot's first play. I should have just ate it. But back with the ball now. Pitch it out to Colbert, and here's Colbert making one of his first big plays as a Jacksonville State running back, and he has great speed. They're not going to catch him. We're able to tie this game up in the third quarter against Florida, 14-14 now, and we're in this ball game here to open the season. Still in the third quarter with the same score. Late third quarter, we send Petway in motion, and we're going to run a little option with him and Smoot. And Smooty gets it and gets us down inside the 5 there to set us up first and goal as we head into the fourth with the game all knotted up at 14 apiece. We put Whitehair back in after some break. He's not having as much wear and tear on him, so we're going to trust him there. He carries the football to set us up fourth and goal, but we're going to kick the field goal, take the points, make it a 17-14 game, take the lead over Florida. Feeling pretty good about ourselves. But here we are. After Florida scores, we're down 21-17, 30 seconds left. Last chance on fourth down, and that's what happens. That's it. 0-1 to start this year. No undefeated regular season this time, y'all. Told you, this second year is going to be different with these freshmen. We start 0-1 with the 28-17 loss, unfortunately. So definitely going to be a different year. Not going to be undefeated at least, but we're also facing a lot more difficult competition. As you see us advance the week here, we move on to the next week where we come back home to Alabama, still ranked number 13 in the country. We're taking on a Big Ten squad in USC, and Colbert gets us started on the right foot with a good stretch play and a nice spin move at the end to get us into the end zone and give us the lead over USC in the beginning of this football game. As you see him celebrating there, still up 7-0 late in the first quarter.
From the gun, wants to pass.
Fuck. I saw that pressure coming. I just knew I had to get rid of it. Panicked. All right, so 7-7. We're looking here, and we're looking right across the middle there. We find our tight end Johnson, another new addition to the roster that made some plays throughout this year. He sets us up first and goal, and here we are on second and goal where we get the ball to Dallin Wright, seldom used wide receiver for us, but he makes it happen in a great spin to put us into the end zone there. USC would answer there, make it 14-7, and then this would happen. How, Sway?
You shouldn't have done that.
Step on everybody. So USC adds a field goal now, late second quarter, still 14-10 game. This would get Whitehair out on the edge for one of the first times this season, and you see what he can do with his good speed. 92 speed there at the quarterback position. Glad we recruited that guy. And then the big back Paul, as he did so many times last season, punches in here with just 30 seconds to go. We extend our lead out 21-10 over USC at halftime. Now we're into the third quarter here. We got the ball, still having that 21-10 lead. We're going to run a little triple option, and Whitehair, they thought he was going to pitch it. Instead, he cuts up field, makes a great play right there, makes a man miss, and sets us up inside the 5-yard line as Whitehair would go over 100 yards rushing on that carry. And then here we go with a swing pass to Vic. And there it is, the freshman connection, freshman to freshman, and it's Vic's first career touchdown. Another new recruit, another true freshman. So we get the true freshman, two true freshmen, and we are up 28-10, still yet here late third quarter when we get the ball back. Run a little triple option action, pitch out to Lacey, and Lacey does the rest, puts us into the end zone, extend our lead out over USC, and we're feeling a lot more comfortable here in game two. And Whitehair is playing a lot better. The true freshman with some nerves early on, but you see him there, put on a show in this game. He breaks a tackle and gets into the end zone, and we are dominating this football game over USC, 42-10 at that point. And then we would add another touchdown here with the big back Paul, his second of the game, to make it 49-10. And how about Smoody coming in and adding one late? And it's a 50-burger, a 59-20 win over USC as you look at some of the team stats there. 364 yards rushing, pretty impressive. There's the passing stats for Whitehair, better this game. Both Colbert and Whitehair have 155 yards rushing, actually. Funny to see them both with the exact same total, and Petway with a good performance with 116 yards receiving there. As we get set to move on to the next week here, where we would hit the road to take on Vanderbilt here. And you see their nice new clean stadium there, playing an SEC school this time. So we got a Big Ten school in the non-con, an SEC school in the non-con, and then we're going to get into ACC conference play. So a lot of Power 4 competition for Jack State this year. And they would start off down 7-0 against Vandy, and we would need the freshman QB Whitehair to make a play, and he would do just that, setting us up right on the cusp of first and goal here, trailing 7-0, late first quarter. Then we send Petway in motion and swing it out to him. He does the rest, breaks a tackle, gets into the end zone to tie up the game at 7 apiece. Yet again, Petway in motion. This time it's a fake to Colbert, and we got a triple option look with Petway. Good job. Good decision. Go, Petway. Oh, hit him with the spin cycle, Petway, and take off on him. Did he get in? Let's go. He got in. That's a big play. Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. Up 14-10 late second quarter. Got a tough field goal here, but we sneak it just inside the upright to extend it to a 7-point lead. And then Whitehair adds a touchdown run late and puts us up 2 touchdowns here, heading into the break as it's 24-10, just a minute until halftime. But Vanderbilt would answer and answer quick, make it 24-17 here late. And then we would hit Petway yet again on a big play, perfectly thrown ball by Whitehair as we try and extend this lead out to a double-digit margin. And we got the field goal attempt to try and do that. No good. 24-17 it remains at halftime, and that's where the score would be late third quarter when Whitehair punches in another touchdown run for the Gamecocks, and now we are up 31-17 at this point. The defense gets the stop that we needed, and we would go to the double pass for the first time this season. It would be hit it, we throw. Didn't think it was going to happen, but how about Lacey? Oh, Lacey! Lacey made a play. Holy shit. That's the first time I've lost somebody on here. And you hear the excitement in my voice to finally moss somebody there. Heading into the fourth, we remain 31-17, and Colbert with some nice run there. Good little stick work gets us up first and goal, and then it's turbo time.
Terrific run. And the Gamecocks moving quickly
Off
to
the
line.
turbo, no huddle. Whitehair hands off to Colbert again, and he punches it into the end zone. Another game over 40 points, and the offense is clicking on all cylinders now, much like it was towards the end of last season. They're coming back this way, and how about this play right here?
Breaks the tackle.
Oh, I thought I handed it off. That's why I ran back this way, but instead it's just Whitehair. Oh, that was fucking dirty. That was fucking dirty.
Tackles like a snake.
Oh my God, that was filthy.
That leads a little
That might be the best touchdown run I've had on here.
in on a victory.
I meant to push L1 and hand it off on the reverse, but instead I just bounced back with the QB. And you hear the excitement in my voice there as Whitehair punches it in on an impressive reverse run where he reverses field and then punches one more in here to give us another 50-burger, 52-31. And just for good measure, why not? Let's let him do one more touchdown run here to close out the game. And right there we are, another dominating win, this time over Vandy as he puts him to sleep there with the celebration. And for the second straight game, it's 59 points for Jacksonville State, and this offense continues to cook. Brett Whitehair named the player of the game with his 6 touchdown performance, most of those coming on the ground. As you see, 591 yards of total offense. He has 6 incompletions, 1 touchdown, 213 yards passing. 127 yards rushing, and like I said, those 5 touchdowns, 134 rushing for Petway, 84 for Colbert, who would have a special season there. As we advance the week, we see Brett Whitehair named ACC Offensive Player of the Week, and we are ready now to see him be named National Player of the Week as well. As you see there, Whitehair coming into his own, and now we get into ACC play with a road game at Virginia Tech. Let's listen to this entrance. That sounds pretty similar to Interstate, man, not going to lie.
Virginia Tech Hokies. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. 2 of the premier teams in the land.
Yeah, they need a good generic version. It sounds really good.
Resonate. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Jacksonville
And they got everybody
State
jumping just like they do. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, and I was impressed by Virginia Tech's entrance despite it not being actually Enter Sandman. Still gives you those same vibes. This would be our first play.
season that you live for.
You make me so mad.
I didn't turn ball carrier on conservative to start the game. Just after our turnover, trailing 3-0, how about we give it out to Vic? How fitting is that here in Blacksburg? That'll quiet him down.
Got some room headed.
As Vic gives us the lead over VT in Lane Stadium. And that's where we would be here at the end of the first quarter, up 7-3 on the Hokies. Jumping into the second quarter now, we got it second and goal, we get a swing out pass to Colbert, and he gets enough to get into the corner of that end zone, and we extend our lead out over the Hokies now as Colbert waves to the fans there. Try to add a field goal before the half, but bad angle, can't get it to go, so it's 14-3 at the break, but how about the man again?
Quarterback quick
Touchdown would be
pass to
bigger,
the
though.
receiver.
Vic! Hey, Vic scoring at VT. How about that? He just leaped over the cameraman. That's dope. 21-10 lead over VT heading into the fourth, and the big back Paul punches another one in there. 28-10 at that point. VT would answer 28-17, and guess who scores again?
Quick touch pass to the receiver.
Vic.
And he will take it in.
Second TD of the game for Mr. Vic. I know I said second there, but it was actually Vic's third touchdown of the game there. But then again, Colbert would add another late score here. It's another 40-plus point game for this offense that continues to hum. And then we would hand it off to backup running back Arrington for the closing touchdown, the game sealer, and it would be a 49-17 win. Good night.
And the punishment has been
Put him to sleep. Thanks for having us in Blacksburg. We appreciate it. We're 1-0 in the ACC. So Jack State starts ACC play 1-0 with a 529-yard total offense performance. And how about Brett Whitehair? 366, 6 incompletions, 5 TDs. Colbert with 113 receiving, and Vic with 114 receiving on VT. And as we advance the week here, we're back at home now, getting a break from conference play here. We get to play USF at home, and then we would get into strictly ACC play for the remainder of the season. But how about Vic picking up where he left off last game? A little something with it. Oh, good cut, Vic. Let's get it. Just like that, up 7-0. We come out with a triple option after falling behind USF 10-7 at this point early in the second quarter, and then it would be Colbert with his speed. No one's going to catch him. He's gone. Easy touchdown. wide open spaces for him, and we regain the lead over USF at that point. Let's go, Colbert. After USF scores a touchdown, though, back and forth here in this first half, we have to answer, and we use Petaway to do it. And we regain the lead just before halftime, currently up 21-17 with over a minute to go. Petaway may have left him too much time, though. See what our defense
But how about
can do.
this with 2 seconds left until halftime?
It's 2 seconds left in the half.
They'll throw it on first down. He lofts one down the sideline.
Oh!
And it's caught.
No way! No way! Oh, shit! Yo, that just happened. Wow. Well, that's a game changer.
How about Lacey making a play on a Hail Mary, and that would make a difference in the game right there as Whitehair punches in the second half, extending our lead to 35-23. That's where it would stay. And then on our next possession, Arrington punches it in, levels a man at the goal line and gets in, and we're over 40 yet again. And then how about on a triple option, Colbert with a spin, and Colbert has space again. His second long touchdown run of the game, and we are up big. That could seal the game. And USF would keep battling, though. They would add another touchdown, and we would have to go to Whitehair and get him on the edge here.
Ooh, right to the pylon.
Where then the big back Paul would finish the deal, and it's another 50-burger here for the Jacksonville State Gamecocks. And then we get to perform the greatest play in football, the kneel down, as we seal the 56-44 win. Not the best performance from our defense, but we get the win there in our final non-conference game. And then we're advancing the week to where we get ready to take on the Duke Blue Devils on the road here in the next week. So first play of the game, Colbert.
Down a little bit if we can't. Oh, he's got room. Ooh, it's going to be another good game for Colbert.
And that's how you start a game right there. To open the game, the first play of the game, Colbert takes the outside handoff, hits the Jets, and he's gone. Duke would answer, so then late first quarter, 7-7 ball game, Whitehair.
Oh, well blocked. Oh, good cut.
Sets us up first and goal inside the 5-yard line, where then Colbert would make a great cut right there and get into the end zone. Still 14-7, this time late second quarter. We're looking, and we got the crosser. And guess who? Vic again, the true freshman to true freshman connection. We go back up on Duke, now up 21-14, late in the second half. Petway not only makes the catch, but breaks the tackle, gets downfield, and sets us up on the cusp of the red zone. And then Whitehair would do the rest, punches this one into the end zone, and we extend it out to a 2-touchdown lead just before the halftime break. It would remain that way through the third quarter, and then in the fourth, still at 28-14, we would make a play here on the crosser to Lacey. Whitehair throws a touchdown this time, and we extend it out 35-14 at that time. After Duke answers, the big back Paul closes out a drive, 42-28, and then here comes Arrington.
Oh, Arrington breaks a tackle. He's off. I did not mean to hit that button. I did not mean to push that shit.
A little bit scary there as you hear in my voice, but it works out. Still get the touchdown and end up getting the win, 49-28 over Duke. As you see, 465 yards of total offense, 297 of those on the ground. Not the best passing performance from Whitehair in that one, but he would bounce back throughout the season. Colbert, though, really starting to come into his own in the past couple of games, as you see there in the stats. Then we advance the week here, and we move on because we have a bye week, so we advance one more time, and now we get into our next game here, and this is a tough one as Miami, the U, comes in to take us on in Alabama. The Jacksonville State Gamecocks welcoming the Hurricanes in here.
Oh, they blitzed at the wrong time because I got a play set up going that way. Yep, for 6. Great blocks by the receivers out on the edge. Great blocks by the receivers on the edge.
But it's not all good.
Oh, no!
Yep, Miami's right in it now. 7-7 ball game about to be.
After the defense holds them to a field goal, make it a 7-3 game, we would put a drive together, end in a field goal, knock one in ourselves, extend our lead back out to 7. Late second quarter now, exactly 2 minutes to go. Got a chance to extend our lead out even further, and the kicker's true again. 13-3 lead for Jack State. And how about our kicker getting some work here in this one? But this time, dinks it off the side, so we would take a 13-3 lead into the break. Miami would score in the third quarter, and we would have to have a play here from Colbert.
Oh, yes. Good cut. Let's go. Good shit, Colbert. He's over 100 yards receiving at least.
Currently up 13-10 now, late third quarter. Later on in that drive, Arrington gets the carry, and Arrington muscles his way into the end zone, and we are back out on top here with a 10-point lead when we're here in the fourth quarter, where we do a little touch pass to our guy, Vic, who had a great start to his freshman season here, and we're able to kneel the football down when we get it back, and Jacksonville State is now 6-1, 27-17 with the win over the Miami Hurricanes, and we're up to number 5 in the country at that point. As we advance the week, we see
still number 5. Oh, what a showdown on the road at Louisville. 5-1 Louisville, number 7 in the country. We're 6-1, heading there. Oh, here we go.
And as you hear me explain it, it's a showdown on the road at Louisville. Defensive battle through 1-0 after one quarter, and then Colbert breaks the scoreless tie, gets the first touchdown of the game. Still 7-0. We swing it out to Arrington, and he gets in. We're up feeling good right now in the second quarter, up 14-0. Louisville scores, though. It's 14-7, just over 2 minutes remaining in the second quarter, and Whitehair would make a play.
Oh, he broke that tackle. Whitehair.
And our kicker with a chance to extend our lead to 10 just at the halftime break can't do it, so we go into the break 14-7 ball game. Here we are, early third quarter, same score. We give a little triple option look. We fake the handoff to Colbert, try and pitch it out.
No!
Oh,
God,
no!
Please, no! No! No!
And that's the shit you can't have happen in these type of games. Because now it's not only tied, this stadium's going to be fucking rocking.
And as you hear, a disastrous play that changes the complexion of this entire football game. Louisville very much in it now. 14-14. We swing it out to Dallin Wright, who scored a touchdown earlier in the season. Now he gets one here in the middle of the season and puts us up on Louisville 21-14. Louisville would score again, though, as you see, heading into the fourth, it's 21-21. There's a look at the top 25. We're both in it. Number 5 versus number 7. We need a tough road win here. But Wet Whitehair would put us out on top, 28-21, with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. But Louisville would answer. So let's pay attention here to the final drive here for Jack State as we try and get this win. Under a minute left. Let's see if the freshman quarterback Whitehair can execute a game-winning drive on the road against the number 7 team in the country.
Ooh, I thought it was him that got hurt, but it's their guy. Extremely difficult on the road. We already saw that at the end of the first half. They blitzed at the wrong time. Let's go, Petway. Save those timeouts. 3 timeouts. I can still run right here. 32 seconds. Let's get it. This might be too far for the field goal, too.
Goes to the option.
Perfectly timed pitch. Go, Petway. Let's fucking go.
And as you hear the excitement, Petway gets
the
it
win
done.
on the road against the number 7 team in the country. Whitehair, the freshman, executes the game-winning drive with less than a minute to go. We don't have to worry about the tense field goal. We get the touchdown. Petway again, clutch just like he was last season. We're in this still with Jack State, undefeated in the ACC.
And as I tell it, they're remaining undefeated in the ACC. Whitehair named a player of the game, 446 yards of offense. Whitehair 1 incompletion, 1 touchdown to go with 96 yards rushing. Really showed out in that football game, especially with that clutch drive. And as we advance the week here, we take a look at the college football playoff bracket. And how about Jacksonville State? Because where we're in the ACC now, if we could find a way to win this conference, we'll get one of the first-round buys this time. So we know we wouldn't be eliminated in the first round because we wouldn't be playing until the second. Right now, we're the number 1 seed at Jack State, guys. That's awesome. And we take a look at the awards watch list. How about our true freshman Whitehair and our running back Colbert, both up for Player of the Year currently? As we look through some of these awards, Colbert also up for Best Running Back of the Year. And then the Broyles Award, which our defensive coordinator won last year, we're both in the running there. Me as offensive coordinator and him as defensive coordinator. And then we look at the Heisman watch. Brett Whitehair would debut this week. So we've got players with a chance of Player of the Year award winners and a chance at possibly a Heisman. But here would be another tough game against North Carolina. As you see, North Carolina coming into Jack State in what would be our final home game of the season. We would end the year with 3 straight road games. They stuff us there on 4th and goal, so we remain down 7-0 when we get the ball back and throw it to our tight end Root to make it a 7-7 ball game. But then UNC would score. So you see at the end of the first quarter, trailing 14-7, we need our fullback to make a play here, convert on 3rd and 1, and then
And he's got it. I tell you what, I'm coming right back to him. With a little turbo action. A little turbo no huddle action. You see that big defensive tackle wasn't even set yet, so I just ran right off
the little
that side.
turbo no huddle gets them, but now UNC adds a field goal to make it 17-14, and we would need Colbert to make a play.
I tried to hit that juke. I didn't hit it quick enough.
And our kicker would knock through this field goal to make it 17-17 just before halftime. But you leave UNC too much time, they get it in the end zone, and UNC takes a 24-17 lead in the break. That's where the score is here late third quarter. We have a 3rd and 14, and we have to make a play here. We go to our tight end, and he makes a hell of a grab.
He held on to it. He held on to it. Johnson, you beautiful bastard.
We need to score because we're not stopping North Carolina. Petway gets just enough to get that pile on.
Petway's in. He's in. He's got the edge. Yes, just enough. Petway, clutch, man. Clutch.
But UNC will not go away.
Uh-oh. There it is. Second loss of the season.
38-24, under 3 minutes left in the game. Finally, we break through with Arrington to cut this thing down to 7.
If the defense gets a stop, we maybe can force this overtime.
And our defense getting the stop we need. And you see the roughing the passer call there. And then Colbert sets us up on a ticking clock now.
Colbert.
You see it going 21, 20, 19, 18. We got to score to force overtime. Let's hear what happens.
Let's go! Let's go! It's about to be my first overtime game, I think.
2 big plays from Colbert, and it would indeed be my first overtime game. We would strike first in the first overtime, but UNC would answer the call, get the ball first in the second overtime, and they would score again, but they would miss the extra point.
Petway. 3rd and 3. I got to go back to Arrington. Oh my goodness, y'all. Arrington! And the win. And the win for Jacksonville State with the comeback. I got to switch out the camera battery, y'all. What a comeback win. Holy shit.
And as you hear me say there, my camera battery died throughout the end of that game. Thought it was over after I threw that pick, went down 2 touchdowns, but an amazing comeback and a win in double overtime in our final home game of the season. As we see us look through the team stats and the individual stats there, both Whitehair having a good game, Arrington stepping up with Colbert dealing with some late season wear and tear, and we somehow find a way to move to 8-1 on the season. With the bye week coming up, we're able to advance again here to the late portion of the season where we play our 3 final road games. But we got to look at the Heisman watch before then, and Colbert is in there now with Whitehair. So is Kyron Drones, Virginia Tech's quarterback. But after beating UNC at home, we go on the road to take on another North Carolina team. This time it's NC State in Raleigh. Colbert gets us off on the right start there, and we take a 7-0 lead over the Wolfpack. Still the same score here. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. A long field goal try.
Oh!
And he knocks it through. Good kick there by our kicker to make it a 10-0 game at that point, which is where the score remains here still late first quarter when we get the ball to Whitehair on a quarterback sweep.
Oh, he got the block. 74 got that great block. Let's go, Whitehair. Woo! Do a little dance. Make a little love. Get down tonight. Hey, get down tonight.
And the true freshman continuing to make plays as we're up 17-3. And then he finds Vic with a great pass there. The true freshman to true freshman connection thriving yet again. And now at this point, it's 24-6 late in the first half. And watch this.
The speed of Colbert, though. I just had to throw it up and let him go get it, man. Let's go. That's 2 big touchdown passes for Whitehair.
31-13 here, late in the second quarter.
And, of course, as soon as I say that, I jinx myself.
And a mistake is made that allows NC State to stay in this football game as they cut it to 31-16 at the break. Same score here in the third quarter. We find Vic on the crossing route, and he sets us up 1st and goal.
Back to Vic. Vic's having a nice game, man.
And on 1st and goal, Whitehair would do the rest.
Whitehair to the end zone.
Entering the fourth quarter now against NC State. It's a 38-16 lead, and we're feeling pretty comfortable at Jacksonville State. You see us currently ranked number 1 in the land in the college football top 25 playoff poll there. 38-16, first play of the fourth quarter. Let's go to our senior, Petway.
Petway
finds that pylon, gets us in, and then we would ride it out for the win, 55-37 over Jack State, and we're 2 road wins away from being 11-1 and having a spot in the ACC title game and a potential return to the college football playoff, but this time with a bye. As we look at great games from Colbert and Whitehair yet again, as was the case most of the season, then we would advance, and we would have a tough game against Boston College on the road in the snow. And as I'll explain here in the game sound, I accidentally forgot to use my custom playbook. So we had to run with the playbook that we had.
Okay. Okay, we're Colbert will break one on the inside zone. Hey, after that start, I'm not even exiting to go to get my custom playbook. We're rolling with it.
So after one, it's 10-7, Boston College on top. But as you heard me explain, normally I would exit out and, want to go back and play with my custom playbook. But unfortunately, after that long touchdown, I didn't feel comfortable doing that. But Boston College would stuff us near the goal line. We would miss a field goal, so it's still 10-7, late second quarter when we get the ball back here.
Should have quit and got my playbook. That's on me.
And Whitehair throws a dime to Colbert. I'm going to kick her with another chance here. And this time he gets it in to tie it up at 10 apiece here. Boston College would score 17-10. And look at this one.
No! Man, I can't.
As you heard me say, I thought I missed that, but then you see that field goal actually bounced in, unbeknownst to me at the time. But how about Colbert
Unless Colbert does some shit like that. Unless Colbert does some shit like that. Stick work, make a miss, Colbert. Let's go.
Colbert with a huge play to put us on top there after we were down 17-13. It was 20-17 at that point, but as you see, Boston College would score, make it 23-20 heading into the fourth, and on 4th and 3, we need a play from our senior.
Petway's got the edge. Let's fucking go.
Petway makes it. So 27-23, we get the stop we need finally, and we go back to Petway again.
Oh my, Petway. Let's go.
And we find a way with Petway, 34-23 at that point. Boston College would not go away. They'd score, get a 2-point conversion, but we would get enough first downs to run out the clock there, take a knee, and it's a 34-31 win on the road in another top 25 game, this time in the snow without our custom playbook, playing with the playbook we hadn't played with before. We overcame all the adversity there. As we scroll through some of the stats here, you see great games from Petway and Colbert. And then the final game of the regular season will be on the road against the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. After Wake Forest starts up 7-0, we got a chance at a field goal, and we can't hit it.
Dang it.
Still 7-0, though, as our defense gets a stop that we need. We hit Petway on a crosser to set us up first and goal here as we look to try and tie this football game. And then a little turbo, no huddle.
Really nice job there as the quarterback reading coverage. He knew exactly where to
get in there. Yes, sir. Way to
Colbert
fight, Colbert.
Punches it in there. So as you see now, at the end of the first quarter, Wake Forest adds a field goal. They remain on top 10-7, and then Whitehair needs to make something happen.
That should be 6.
As he punches it in, it would be 14-10 then, but Wake Forest would score 17-14. Just under a minute left until halftime. We got to give it to the big back. He gives us the lead just before the halftime break. 21-17 at this point with 45 seconds to go. But our defense would get a stop, and we would get the ball back one more time.
Make a play, Johnson. Let's go.
And Johnson indeed does make a play right there. So we got a chance to extend our lead out to a 7-point margin just before the halftime break.
Yes, snuck it in.
And this time the kicker is true, and we do just that. So we're up 24-17 at the break. And as we get the ball first to begin the second half, here on our second play of the half, here's what we got.
Let's go, Petway. Oh, that boy Petway with the spin cycle. And he's breaking tackles down the field. Petway is a dog. If I've said it once, I've said it 100 times.
A dog indeed. And another dog here, Brett Whitehair.
Yeah, get him out of the middle there. It's turbo time.
If at first you don't succeed, try and try again. And this time, Whitehair gets it done. And how about this play right here? Let's listen to the game sound.
Yikes, spikes.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. This quarterback part of their running game.
Oh, my. 98-yard touchdown run for Whitehair. Could it be? Could it be? Oh, my new longest run. Whitehair, that true freshman, gets it done. And how about that? We get it right there, and we're up 38-20 heading into the fourth quarter after Whitehair breaks off a 98-yard touchdown run. Up 38-20, looking to extend that lead. It's Vic making a play. Got it. Let's go, Vic. Let's go.
And it's another 40-plus game for this Jacksonville State offense, and we finish at 11-1 and undefeated in the ACC conference. You see Whitehair earn another Player of the Game award here in a great season, and we look at some of the total offensive stats there. We ran for 362 yards. Whitehair with another efficient game. He runs for 211. Colbert adds 133 yards rushing as well, as we continue to have a great season with those two guys, and we would find out just how good of a season it would be here.
Oh, we got to play VT again. Number 1 versus number 5 in the ACC title game.
Take a look at some of our player stats here. 2701 for Whitehair to add 1,000 yards rushing to that as well. 1,173 yards for Colbert rushing, and he had 774 on the receiving side also. As we get a look at the ACC championship trophy here, as we get set to take on VT in a rematch here, the number 1 team in the nation versus the number 5 team in the nation, another top 25 matchup. Plenty of them this season, and we would have to win one more if we wanted to secure the number 1 seed in the college football playoff and win the ACC championship in our first year in the conference. Here we are matching up with VT yet again. We beat them once this season. Can we do it again?
So we're down 7-0 after 1 in the conference championship game.
After falling behind 7-0 after 1 quarter, our kicker gets us on the board to make it 7-3, and after a stop from our defense, Whitehair would make a play.
We good. We're in a good spot right now. Oh, way to break that tackle. Whitehair, take off.
Sets us up in the red zone, still trailing 7-3. We would send Petway on the orbit motion, fake the handoff to Colbert, and hit Petway on the swing.
ACC championship game I just saw on the bottom ticker. Get that block. Yes, sir. Set up that block well, Petway. Let's go.
And we have our first touchdown of the ACC championship game, and we take a lead over VT at that point, 10-7, which is where we would be here when we get the ball back after our defense gets a stop here late in the second quarter.
Oh, he's got room. Whitehair's got the corner. He got just enough. Let's go.
And now it's time for Colbert to get in on the action.
But this time, Colbert's got the edge.
Colbert puts us up near midfield, and then a few plays later, with 12 seconds left to go until halftime, we're looking to extend this thing out and put it almost out of reach in the first half. And we do just that. 24-7 lead we were taking to the break. VT would answer early in the third quarter to make it 24-14, and then Petway would make a play here, put us up right near the goal line there, about at the 12-yard line, and 2 plays later on 3rd and 5, Colbert gets it done.
It is crucial. And Colbert says, I got us. Colbert's got us. Oh, yeah. Look at that. G-dance.
And so heading into the fourth quarter, 4's up, as I like to say, 31-14 lead over the Virginia Tech in the ACC championship game, looking to secure our first ever ACC title. And we would start it off on the right play here, fourth quarter, and it's Colbert. And then it's Arrington on the next drive. And we have another 40-plus point game, and here we are.
You go get one, too. You get one, too, Arrington. You get one, too. There, they set it up nice. There, they set it up nice. That's the way that screen's supposed to look.
And it's a 50-burger in the ACC title game, and we're able to kneel it out there at the end.
Tell your kids about ACC champion Jacksonville State, number 1 in the country. Let's watch them celebrate. Let's watch them celebrate as well. And there we are with our ACC title, the Jack State Gamecocks. How about it?
And as I said there, tell your kids about Jack State, undefeated in the ACC Conference Champions, finishing ranked number 1 in the country and securing the number 1 spot in the college football playoffs. As we see the stats in the game one more time, let's take a look here. ACC champions.
Oh, we got a Heisman winner. Who won it? Who won it? I just got the trophy for the Heisman moment. One of these guys just won Heisman.
And let's listen to the excitement here for these awards.
Player of the Year, Brett Whitehair. Wonder if that means he's the Heisman winner as well. Got to have a great chance at it. Nope, it's Colbert. Beautiful. Beautiful. Best quarterback, though, and Player of the Year. We'll take that. Best running back, of course. Fitting since he won the Heisman. Definitely. Racking up awards here. We got Best Defensive Back on this squad, too. Another freshman I recruited.
And then it's time to take a look at the job offers as they start rolling in. We know we want to move on to a head coaching position. Initially, we have head coaching offers from Cincinnati and Colorado, but we decide let's wait and see what else comes up.
We got Oregon in the college football playoff.
And then we get Oregon in the college football playoff. As you see the bracket here, Oregon beat VT in the first round, so we play them now in the Orange Bowl. The plus side of playing here in the second round is that we don't have to go on the road like we did last year. We had to play in Stillwater. This time it's neutral site in the Orange Bowl, but still a very tough matchup with Oregon. As we look at the All-Americans here, we see both Brett Whitehair and Colbert named first team and freshman All-Americans, and now we dive into the job offers here where we have multiple head coaching offers. Obviously, I'm not going to Pitt, being a WVU fan, but there were some intriguing ones, and the one we decided to land on, as I think about it and ponder it over there.
Do it.
We sign on the dotted line. The new head coach of UCF starting next season will be Coach JC. UCF will be our first head coaching job, but we still got to play out these college football playoffs. Let's hop into the Orange Bowl here where we get set to take on Oregon.
It's time now for the quarterfinals for the top four seeds. A time to begin their quest toward the national championship. But they run into a battle-tested team already coming off one playoff victory, trying to shock the world here today and make the semifinals.
With a spot in the college football playoff semifinals on the line. We're seeing some of the entrances here for both teams, a little bit of the Orange Bowl presentation. Wanted to take a look at that since this is my first time getting to experience a neutral site college football playoff game played here in the Hard Rock Stadium. We're ready for the Orange Bowl against Oregon, or so we thought. Oregon jumps out to the early 7-0 lead, and here we go. Petway makes a play when we desperately need it. Oregon was all over us early. We couldn't get anything going on our first couple of drives. But after that, a few plays later, Whitehair is able to punch it in, and we stay in this game right now, 7-7. Of course, Oregon would score yet again, 14-7 win. Fuck. Disaster would strike, and that would not be the first time it would happen in this game. 21-7 Oregon now, late second quarter. We need to score to stay in this ball game, and we would go to our senior Petway to make a play.
Come on, Petway. Come on, Petway. Woo, first and goal.
And Whitehair would punch it in, 21-14, just about a minute left until halftime. Oregon would add a field goal, and then early third quarter, we would have a chance at one of our own, and it's no good. So it's 24-14 at that point, and then 31-14 when this happens.
Fuck, I didn't even see that.
You shouldn't have done that.
Shadow in the middle of the field. Fuck me, game over.
Still 31-14, still fighting, but yet again.
Real team here. They're a real freaking good team.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
3 picks, man.
No!
For the QB that had, what, 5 all year? 6 all.
And Whitehair had a bad time to play his worst game of the season, unfortunately.
Oh no!
Fitting.
As Oregon takes that one to the house, and it was straight domination for the Ducks in this college football playoff game. Unfortunately, my last game at Jack State, my last game as an offensive coordinator, did not go the greatest.
By far my worst game. It's even worse than the playoff game last year. But hey, on to the next job.
So as we advance here through the playoffs, I'll highlight it for you. Oregon and Arizona play, Purdue and Oklahoma play, but then it was time to try and hire a staff. So I would offer the current head coach of JMU to be my offensive coordinator, and I would offer Brett Goldberg to be my defensive coordinator at UCF. When we advance the week, we see the college football playoff bracket again. Arizona, the number 16 seed, making it all the way to the championship game where they play Oklahoma in the Natty. And we see here, as far as our hires are concerned, we do get the offensive coordinator we offered, but we did not get the defensive coordinator we offered. It'll be a man named Dave Hooper, but we do land Jay Coleman, which is a plus. Got a great offensive coordinator when we step into the job at UCF in year 3 of this Dynasty series.
Be at UCF after this week.
And there we are. As you see, it takes over now as the head coach of UCF. And finally, let's look and see who won the Natty, and it's Oklahoma coming out, just edging out Arizona, who had a magical run as the 12 seed in the playoff, but Oklahoma wins. And as I explained here on the stream, next time we jump into Dynasty mode, it will be year 3, and we will now be the head coach of UCF. And here, as the head coach of UCF, we'll be playing both sides of the football, offense and defense. We'll be jumping heavy into recruiting. So when we put out the year 3 video here, it probably won't be a full year recap. What I think I'm planning on doing is kind of breaking it up into games. So maybe it'll be games 1 and 2, games 1 through 3, something like that. But when we get into year 3, we'll have kind of shorter videos to recap year 3 where we're playing both sides of the ball. We don't want the video to be, 2-3 hours long. So we're going to try and break it up more here as the head coach of UCF. But that's where we will pick up here in year 3 of Coach JC's journey through the College Football 25 Dynasty mode in the Dynasty series here on JC's Pop Culture. Really enjoying this stuff, guys. Hope you all are as well.
All right, so there you have it, a super successful final season as an offensive coordinator, as we've now going to be moving into a head coaching role in year 3 of the Dynasty series. But yet again, number 1 rush offense in the country, number 1 in points per game, number 1 in rushing touchdowns, number 1 in first downs. Can't have much of a better season as an offensive coordinator. And of course, you have a Heisman winner, a Player of the Year winner, and a Running Back of the Year award winner. Great stuff there. All leads to helping us lock down the head coaching job there at UCF. And that's where we'll pick up in the near future when we pick back up with year 3. But before we do that, we're going to be hopping on to the Road to Glory playthrough. And if you want to check this stuff out while it's streaming live, if you want to see those Dynasty playthroughs, this Road to Glory series I'm about to start here in the near future, check it out on my Twitch. I'll throw a card for that up on the screen, and I'll put a link for it in the video description as well. But really hope you guys are enjoying this Dynasty series here. And let me know in the comments, is there any other type of College Football 25 videos you'd like to see? Whatever it is, let me know, and I'll try and get to it as soon as possible and try and give you that content that you'd like to see for College Football 25. Really enjoying covering the game and really enjoying this Dynasty. Hope you guys all are as well. And as always, I appreciate you tuning into this one, and I will catch you on the next one.